Hi everyone. I've been away for a while. How have y'all been doing? How y'all feeling? That 7-7 portal. How was your fourth? Lots have been going on since I last was on here. I've been getting messages about okay. Messages about when you're moving forward and you're on your path and everything that you do just keeps, no, that's not right, that's not gonna work. No, that's not right, that's not gonna work. So how to deal with that? Because that is a lot about, you're doing everything in your power to move forward, and life just keeps giving you those lemons. And you get to a point where you're like, I got too many lemons, or I don't know how to make lemonade, or my lemonade is terrible, or, and you're like, I just am over this, okay? Yeah. And then showing up for you and self-care, and I'm not sure what else Spirit's gonna have us talk about, because there's been a lot of starts and stops, and this energy is just very interesting, to say the least. And so what I previously thought I was going to be talking about, Spirit's like, oh, well, the energy shifted, so you're shifting. So who knows, like, really, honestly. But let's dive in. I need to hydrate, so excuse me why I do that. I encourage that for y'all. Okay. So, where are you at with all your lemonade making? I am in a point where I'm just like, really? I'm doing everything that I need to do to move forward, and everything is like, oh, no, sorry, that's not gonna work out. Oh, so, no, sorry, that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. And I'm like, okay, Divine, what is going on? This is nonsense. I get these pings, I get these downloads, and I follow them, and then they're like, no. Okay, but let's just look at this. I am moving forward. So there's that, even though it feels like bam, 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 bam. Well, I'm going like, no. Okay, no. Clear, 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 clear. That's clearly not in alignment with me. Those no's are not alignments, right? I have gotten bit in the middle of the night, so that's super awesome. Yeah. Healing's the key, and in that comes self-awareness and how you're showing up amongst what's going on. Because I was asked the other day, how are you being so calm with what's everything that's going on? It's my choice how I choose to show up, and I get to be in charge of that. Nobody else does. And if I'm allowing someone to be in charge of that, I'm allowing them to be in charge of me, myself, and I, and my power. I'm giving that away to them. And I'm a divine sovereign being with discernment, and I get to choose that. And so I'm choosing to show up in that. In knowing and having that trust and faith and belief, like I've talked about, that everything is working out, and I am doing the steps, I am doing the things moving forward. I am showing up how I want to show up. Would I like to show up completely differently? Absolutely. But this is where I'm at in life. This is my reality. This is what I'm working with. So focusing on what is working and not getting caught up on what isn't working, because we typically get caught up in the what is not working, and then we focus on that constantly. I don't know how dry it is where y'all are at, but well, it's so dry here that everything is catching fire, and so confirmation. The air quality is just something else. As the flies over because of the fires. Yeah. It's making me feel some kind of way. Anyhow, my throat's dry. Everything's just so freaking dry. Blessings are rain, but not lightning. This is why some of the fires we have is because of lightning. That's how Mother Nature works, though. It's like, can you take the weather patterns right now and the Schumann resonance and all the things that are going on that way and see how your life is emulating that? Can you? Oh, I can. And so then we go into self-care. So what is working for me? Well, I want to be doing so much. These aren't working. I want to be doing these, but because these aren't working, like, there's this gap in between. They're not merging. They're not even on the same level. So, to show up the way I want to show up, a lot of self-care. A lot of pausing and refocusing and rebalancing, and how do I want to show up, and what am I guided to do? I have this energy. I was organizing, like, I just wanted to organize everything yesterday. This energy is just a lot. How is it showing up in your world? And how are you showing up? I'm looking at the outside world, observing, and it's making people lose their marbles. And the littles, my goodness, they're not doing so good themselves. They're having meltdowns after meltdowns after meltdowns after meltdowns, which makes sense. How are your animals all doing? How are you doing? How's your energy? Is it very anxious? Mine is. People look at me and they're like, "You're anxious?" I am. I just know ways and tools and techniques how to channel that energy differently. For me, when spirit wants to come through and channel, there's a lot of extra energy, right? So that's where some of that energy comes from, the spirit, because I have to be in a space to channel and then give out, right? I'm channeling constantly, but when the spirit has a message that I need to get out and I'm not in a space to be able to get it out, it's energy that builds. So I'm not in the exact space that I want to be doing this, but here we are. This is what I have. So this is my life. I do the best that I can do. And what's working? So I wanted to do some self-care to help calm me down. And because it's so important, it's so self-loving to take time for yourself. And That's a huge step, a huge thing, a huge process. Like, and incorporating it every day. That is something that I don't know how many of y'all do it, but I know I never used to. And I was so just now incorporating self-love and self-care, self-maintenance, like whatever that looks like for you. It's super important on the daily for me. Also tapping into your inner child, letting your inner child out. And how often do you guys do that? I know when I was teaching family yoga, the parents had such a hard time letting their inner child out. And it was beautiful when they did, you know. It was fun. So do you guys let your inner child out? And how often do you do that? And is it a safe space? Because with our inner children, inner child, we have to have a safe space or they're not going to come out, typically. So I highly encourage, if you're not doing that, because it just does something different. You know, it's like there's a saying that look through a childlike eyes, live life through the eyes of a child, because there's always awe and wonder and curiosity. And what are you doing to make your inner child happy? What are you doing to make yourself happy? I bought myself some bubble gum the other day to make my inner child happy. I went and was swinging on the swings to make my inner child happy. I want to do bubbles, but the air quality out there, so I don't know about that, but I try to incorporate what my adult needs and wants and desires, and what my inner child needs, wants, and desires, and then all parts of me, okay? Like, I'm accepting of all of me and everything that I'm going through. If I do get angry, I allow myself to go through that process and process that in a healthy way. Any emotion that I'm having, I allow myself to go through it and process it in a healthy manner. Channel it differently. That was one thing that it was a blessing about me becoming a yoga teacher, is the skills that you develop to be able to help navigate, and they just get more and more important as years go on. And allowing me to get in touch with all parts of myself and go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and take the layers off and the masks off and let that stuff go, because it wasn't serving me, it was dragging me down. It's like the analogy of you have a backpack, and what in that backpack is yours and what in that backpack is somebody else's, and what is in that backpack, each one resembling a rock. So after so much of yours in your backpack, and then if you have others in that backpack, oh my gosh, the backpack's heavy. You can't carry it. Ugh. It's a lot of... Yeah, let that go. What's working? Self-care. Identity, and being with all your parts and being with all of yourself and your emotions. You know, we're not just a human. We're a spirit having a human experience, experiencing all of these emotions, all of these things that humans experience. And we're living in an unknown territory time. No one's ever lived with what we have going on right now. You know, it's all new. And with that, we've got to let go of that past, because that identity no longer serves us. It is an old It's a lot of those rocks putting in that backpack. And you've got to let go to be able to bring more in. You know, it's just like having a jammed up closet. Will continue to bring stuff in without letting go. Where you don't, it's going to be busting at the seams soon. That's from the old you. Let it go. Let it go. Release it. That's easier said than done though, right? But once you start allowing yourself to be yourself and choosing you and what you want to do in the present moment, don't get me wrong, like we all have responsibilities and things that we have. There's things. Yeah. And it requires balance, and the energy shifting for me lately has just been like so much so that I am so dizzy. Yeah. So let's see where you're at right now. I want to preface this. It's very much wanting to talk about this. Whatever you're going through and what you're experiencing right now, it's for you. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, timing, this, that, yeah, that's a real thing. That is a real thing. And the more you try to control something, watch out for controlling things. We're all control freaks and we want to control the situation, but it's always divine timing. People have this sense that they're missing out. What is meant for you is meant for you. And it'll come to you in divine timing. When you're at that same frequency and vibration for that match, yeah, you'll get there. You gotta let that stuff go so your frequency and vibration can go up. And moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. That's what I'm hearing right now. So that song. Yeah. Spirit wants to let you know that you let that go and you're moving on up. At divine timing, they're wanting me to say at divine timing, not in what we want to control the situation as, and not what we think it's going to be. It is divine timing and divine's way. You get what you need, not what you want or expect. Spirit's always going to take care of you. Can you look at your life 1818 and see where Spirit has taken care of you? That your needs have always been met or not? Like, I don't know what your situation is. I can look at my life and say, although my needs have not been taken care of exactly the way I wanted them to, my needs have always been taken care of. And the more I'm grateful for that, the more I'm getting for that. Gratitude is huge. Even being grateful for the crap. Remembering that you are the star of your own show. You are magic. You are beautiful. You are human. We're all having a human experience doing this one step at a time. And we're trying to eat the whole elephant in one bite and on one gulp. Well, then it's not going to work that way. Or we see this whole elephant and we forget to zero down on what's the easiest path for me to get to that destination. And people forget about it's the journey. Learning how to dance within the rain. It is not about the destination. It's about the journey and how to live in that journey and how to be grateful and sirens for the grateful part. Gratitude. You want more of something? Be grateful for what you have. It's right in front of your face. Seriously. It just blows me away, the people that are so blessed and they're just like, I'm just like, really? Okay. That's sad. People poop on their blessings all day long. Don't poop on your blessings. Just because your blessing didn't show up exactly as packaged as you demanded or wanted, doesn't mean the package didn't show up. It showed up the way divine had it show up. Kindness. Because divine's gonna test you. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It is what it is. And so divine sends you something and you're responsible for you and how you show up and how you respond. Are you responding or are you reacting? And then are you grateful or are you crapping on everything? 2111. I don't know. I don't know how you're showing up, but however you're showing up is what you're in frequency and vibration with. And when life is constantly throwing the lemons at you and you're like, oh, stop, you gotta figure out what you can do. Like, what brings you back into alignment, what brings you back into calibration. And sometimes it's just a constant rebalancing, re. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit wants to talk about. Commanding your power back to yourself. Your power back to yourself. You are you. You're genuine. You're unique. You're authentic. You're real. Because if you're here, then that means we're on the same frequency. So thanks for showing up for you. Thanks for showing up for me. Thanks for showing up for Spirit. I love you. Spirit loves you. Your spirit team loves you. Really taking the time out for you if you're not feeling good. Like, I'm really struggling, 2244. I'm really struggling as a human to do that right now. But my body is like, ha ha ha. You need to slow down. You went through some big shifts and big changes. Just boom, 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 boom. And I haven't had time to process. And my body, when I don't have time to process and I've been on the go and my body will force me. So that's what it's currently doing, is forcing me to, okay, everything that you thought was working, you've tried everything and it's not working. What do you need to do, ma'am? Oh yes, I need to pause. Check in with myself. You're only one person. There's only, by the laws of where we live, 24 hours in a day. You can't make everybody happy. You can only make yourself happy. It's not your job to make anybody else happy. It's your job to make yourself happy. Okay? Remember that. Stop saving everybody. Save yourself. Build yourself. So then the outside can show up. Because the inside is structurally being built. Foundation. Self. Inner. Yeah. And sometimes we're so on the go that inner gets pushed away, pushed aside, whatever part of that inner that it is. And clearly my body's saying, you got some work to do. So, this is where I bid you adieu. Thank you again. Love you. Blessings. Take care. Do what you need to do for you. Blessed be, my loves.